Topic: He found out that his girlfriend of 4 years has something for security guards. Please hit the thumbs up button to support my channel. It means a lot to me, and it wouldn't cost you anything. Thank you. I am 27 and my girlfriend 24. We have been dating for nearly 4 years. She cheated on me for 10 months and confessed 4 weeks ago after I caught her red-handed. She would have continued the affair if I hadn't used an illegal means to track her location. She confessed to everything, and not just everything, much more about herself than I ever knew. Just picture your worst imagination, and it's a step above that. I am still hanging by a thread, but I am glad that I caught her and found out all these things about her before we got married or have kids together, because we were planning on doing so in not so distant future. We met at a birthday party of an acquaintance. She came to the party with her friends. We crossed paths and I introduced myself. She was shy and responding with short answers. We didn't have much in common, but I was a good communicator, so I carried the conversation. I was a law student and she was an accountant. I asked for her number before she left with her friends, and I texted her that night. Surprisingly, she was more open during our text conversation than she was in person. I figure she was just shy. She asked me what I was doing that night, and I told her nothing. Our conversation over text was going so well, so much that we couldn't wait to see each other again. We went for a date that same night. We went to a bar, had a couple of drinks. I invited her to my place, and we smashed. I have had one-night stands before, but this one was different. She wanted to cuddle with me, and I wanted her to stay after, but she has work the following day, and so did I. She was at my place almost every other night. Sometimes I would call her, and she wouldn't answer. I started having feelings for her, but there was something about her. I felt like she was hiding something from me, and I chucked it up to her shyness. She was still not opening up to me. I didn't want to put pressure on her, so I let it go and just went with the flow. About a month into our friends with benefits satiationship, she gave me the "what are we" conversation. I was fine with her being my girlfriend, but then after a week of her being my girlfriend, she revealed to me that she hasn't broken up with her boyfriend. That was strange because I didn't even know she had a boyfriend. I was devastated and asked her why she didn't tell me. She confessed to me that she thought I would leave her if I found out she had a boyfriend, and she loved me so much. I was in love with her, so I made excuses to justify that she didn't just cheat on her boyfriend with me for the past few months. I told her that I can't continue to spend time with her until she makes a decision because I don't want to be just the other guy in her three-way relationship. She broke up with her ex the same day and showed me the text message. She did a lot to make it up to me. I started trusting her again. We had an amazing relationship, always support each other, very few fights and arguments, discussing the future. We both met each other's families, etc. 2 years, and later we moved in together. She was an accountant, and I was about to graduate law school. In November 2021, I became a lawyer and had a couple of months of stress at work. I was complaining a lot when I got home. She didn't like it, but since March 2022 everything has been good in my eyes. In January 2023, she started to tell me she felt bad because she thought of another man in that period. I was okay with it because she said it was just that. I tried to rationalize it because I think about other women too, at least she was honest about it. In the last week of January, I noticed that she was coming home late from work more than usual. I brought it up to her and she told me that she was behind at work and was trying to catch up. Something about her behavior didn't seem right. I felt like she was hiding something. I couldn't brush off the feelings because I had the same feeling when we started dating and then found out that she was cheating on her now ex with me. I thought I should track her movement by installing a hidden app on her phone to track her location at all times to see if it was really where she said she was. Unfortunately, I found out that she was lying. The app showed me that she was leaving work and going to places, and when I called her to confirm where she was, she would lie to me that she was at work, but the location tracking app is telling me that she was at a bar somewhere in town while I was home alone watching TV. Early February, I decided to track her to the location where the app told me that she was. The location was a bar. I went into the bar and saw her sitting next to a man wearing security uniform. I had no doubt in my mind that she was having an affair with him based on their body language. I wanted her to know that I caught her lying, so I walked up to them at the bar where they were sitting and shocked her when I asked her how work was going. Her eyes lit up like she had just seen a ghost. The security guard didn't want anything to do with us, so he sneaked away without paying the bills. I was devastated. Part of me still wanted to believe that this was all a big misunderstanding. When we arrived home, I forced her to confess. She told me that he was the daytime security guard at the building she works at. He would give her compliments every day, and then she started looking forward to the compliment as soon as she walks into the building. They began having small talks, texting, then it turns to personal conversation, then they started hanging out after work, and then one night when she was leaving the bar he kissed her and she froze, but didn't stop him. She continued to see him and he was pressuring her to be intimate with him. It got to a point where she was going to leave her because she was refusing intimacy with him, so she gave in. She said that they were doing it even at the work bathroom when everyone went home. And this has been going on and off for the better half of 10 months. It broke me. I cried for hours. I screamed. I lost a piece of me that day. The following days, I asked for permission to miss work and asked her all the questions. Why? For how long, etc. She told me that it took about 10 months, on and off, mostly after work, some kisses and more than multiple sexual interactions. I was broken. I couldn't believe that someone I planned to spend the rest of my life with would do something like this to me. I should have broken up with her right then. She begged me not to leave her. She said that she had been struggling a lot with some things in her life that she had been hiding from everyone. I wanted to find out more. I felt like I didn't know who she really was, so we spoke for 1 week, a different kind of conversation than we have ever had before, maybe 16 to 17 hours a day. In this period, I found out that she can't feel any negative thoughts. She knows she must feel it, but doesn't. She went to therapy, and she found out. She recorded her sessions for me to listen to. The following. I'm not saying her issues are all out, but there are pieces. 1. She has a very big problem with abandonment. I saw this in our relationship. She always wanted to stay with me, etc. She developed this issue because her father and mother stayed for nearly 12 years together without showing any type of love, and he was always out of the house, and the mother at work to stay busy. Also, in all of her previous relationships, she did everything not to miss this attention. 2. She doesn't allow herself to have negative emotions. This is also from childhood, because her parents said to her every time she had a problem, it's no big deal, let's not think about this, we always need to be positive. So, every time she had a negative thought, or she was hurt, she went to tell them, they said those things, and then she felt like she disappointed them and just hid it inside. 3. She was sexually abused several times. While speaking with the therapist, she found out the following. Age 14, she started having feelings for the school security guard. She spoke to him a lot. She was forced to kiss him. Teachers saw something was wrong, spoke to the parents, but fired that guy. 6 months later, she talked to a new security guard, different school. She kissed him one night and he pushed her on his lap to feel his Johnson. Age 15, first relationship. At movies, the guy put his hand down there. She said she just froze, couldn't say no. Later, he broke up with her to have sex with another girl, and then she made the connection to not lose a man. You must have sex even though you don't want to. Age 17, while in Greece, she had a little bit to drink. She went to the bathroom. A guy 10 years older followed her, closed the door, and forced her to give him a BJ, pushed her head. She also said she freeze and do it out of fear. Age 18, in the same spot where she went with her father, she was her APED in the bathroom kinda the same way. She just remembers the door being shut and her head against the window. She was also our APED from behind. It's a trauma. But still now she doesn't feel the emotions. Back to the affair story, she felt I wasn't giving her much attention, so when she started getting compliment from the security guard, she felt like he was giving her something that I wasn't. They started texting each other. She texted him often when I was studying for my final bar exam because I didn't have time for her. This went along for a couple of months, then they started going to bars. That was when he kissed her. She said she didn't kiss back, but didn't say no. She just froze. She continued to go out with him, but nothing physical happened. He was getting frustrated and he wanted it to get physical, but she was just enjoying the attention and friendship. He wanted more or end it, so she started accepting kissing, hugging, but she said she always felt wrong inside. It lead to sex or I leave, and she said yes, but her body, her mind, everything said no. She just stood there watching the wall and counting the minutes, hoping it's done quickly. That was how the affair began. Not to mention it happened at the workplace bathroom, when the building was empty, when she told me that she was working on a project at work, but come to find out she was boning the security guard. Now, I don't say she is not to blame. She made all of her choices. She also takes 100% responsibility for what she had done, but there is another problem. She said that when she was with him, she felt like another person. There wasn't pleasure in his touch, but the opposite, and I couldn't and still can't see how she didn't think of me, how she didn't see that she will destroy me. And after a couple of sessions to the therapist and 2 to the psychiatrist, she found out she was dissociating her emotions. I wasn't there when she was with him. On some level, I didn't exist. Then when she was with me, her affair didn't exist. It's early. She doesn't know too much, right now. Now, for me. I am not sure what to believe, but I am certain that our relationship has run its course. 3 weeks ago, I was thinking of starting a family with her. Now, I don't know who she is. I'm glad it happened now, and not in 5 years, when maybe we had kids. I'm also working with a therapist and friends to make myself better. I can't say that I love her anymore, but I worry for her, and I just feel sorry for her, but I can't stay with her out of sympathy. I see a pattern with her. She has no loyalty and she is untrustworthy. She cheated on her ex with me. Now she is cheating on me with another man. There are a lot of things to unwind in her brain, and I don't see myself sticking around for that. I don't see myself ever with her even after she works through her traumas, and maybe not even then. I'm probably still in shock. I know she is at fault, but I don't see the evil in her. I see a person with some deep personality disorder. I don't see that she wanted to hurt me. In this 10-month period, she was a great girlfriend. She was able to show me the side of her that I wanted to see. The dark side of her couldn't hold it any longer. I don't see that she wanted sex or touch. She just wanted to fulfill something that I couldn't give her, something that nobody could. I don't even think she knows what she is looking for, but I am not hanging around to find out. She sold her body to save this fake connection. It's only a couple of weeks from D-Day, but I think I have all the information I need, and she is not the right one for me. I told her that I will be a phone call away if she need anyone to talk to, but come next week, I am moving out of our apartment and living a life without her as my girlfriend. Please hit the thumbs up button for more content like this. Thank you.